Hey guys, welcome to Game Bet. Today, bringing a video, and today I want to go through the weapons that I picked out of the Battlefield 2042 reveal trailer, which took place today on June 9th. So I picked out quite a few of the weapons by going through this meticulously. So we're going to go through those here in this video. Everything confirmed within the trailer. First off, just some initial impressions. If you didn't catch the live stream today, go ahead and check that out on the channel. I'll go ahead and add that to the Battlefield playlist. We went through the reveal trailer, and we went through it multiple times, as well as all of the information over on the Battlefield website during the live stream. It was about a 2.5 hour live stream, but you can skip through that to the different areas and see what we went through there. We picked out a lot of the weapons during the live stream itself, went into all the specialists, all the different maps, all of the different game modes, everything available on the Battlefield website, the different pre-order variants that you get as well. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and check it out on the live stream, which I'll go ahead and put in the description below, as well as add it to the Battlefield playlist here on the channel. Also, I'll be covering all that and further breakdown videos for the rest of this week. We have the gameplay reveal this Sunday on June 13th, where we're going to get some actual multiplayer footage of this thing. So I'm really excited for that. I'll probably be live streaming that here on the channel as well, here on YouTube, and we'll watch that together. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and stay tuned. Turn on the notifications. If you're liking the content, subscribe to the channel and like the video. It definitely helps out smaller channels like myself. And I'm really looking forward to bringing you guys the Battlefield 2042 information. So jumping right into it here. Again, the trailer itself was amazing. I was able to pick out a lot of the weapons. So I'm going through what we have first off as we start into the really right out the first two weapons we're going to see here. Well, one of the two weapons that we see most heavily featured in the trailer right on the start. The first weapon that we see is going to be the brand new part of the next generation squad weapon system, which is being performed right now, the trials within the United States. We have MCX, Sig Sauer, Textron, and General Dynamics in the bid for this to replace the M4 platform with a new 6.8 millimeter assault rifle. So what we see here in game is, first off, the MCX Spear, chambered in 6.8 millimeter. Again, part of the next generation squad weapon program. We see this one heavily featured in the trailer itself, firing 6.8 millimeter. So if you guys are familiar with the MCX or the M13 from Call of Duty Modern Warfare, we also have the MCX featured in Tarkov now. A lot of games have the MCX, so this is just a bigger, upgraded variant to fire the 6.8 by 51 millimeter as part of the next generation squad weapon system. So we see it with an L-can in the beginning of the trailer, and then we also see it again later on when we look at the shipping container scene. We see it with a next generation squad weapon fire control system, being a fire control optic on the weapon as well. So that's a Sig Sauer MCX Spear, chambered in 6.8 millimeter, is the first rifle that we see in game. Again, one of two which is more heavily featured. Now, the second assault rifle here is going to be the AK-12. So this is the second most featured assault rifle in the game that we see, and we see this quite a bit sprinkled throughout the entire trailer. It seems like most of the soldiers in the game have either an MCX Spear or an AK-12. So this is a production model AK-12, new up to date here in as of 2021 model, and we see it throughout the trailer with different variants or optics attached. We have the standard muzzle device on the AK-12. We have a tactical flashlight OKP7 optic. It comes equipped with the standard AK-12 RPK-16 buttstock, and it has a nice tan and black mix to it, which, if you're familiar with me in the channel, I love those tan black mixes. So the AK-12 for in 5.45 by 39 millimeter. Again, this is the brand new AK, which is now serviced in Russia, being rolled out currently to replace the AK-74Ms. So that's the AK-12, one of my favorite guns of all time. So I'm glad they brought this back from Battlefield 4. The difference is Battlefield 4 had the prototype variant, and this is the production variant. So next up, we have featured here in the gameplay, that being the SCAR H. So this thing makes an appearance near the end of the trailer, very briefly, and you can see by the images here, it's definitely very blurry, but it is in fact a SCAR H. Looks like it's configured with the CQC barrel, so a shorter barrel option, but this is something that we know we're going to be able to customize as ammo types, barrels, etc., all on the fly with optics as well. So be similar to the Crisis modding system, where you can do these on the fly in-game is what it sounds like. The SCAR H CQC, so it should have a 13-inch barrel on this thing, firing 7.62 by 51 millimeter. I'm sure we'll probably have an option to fire the 6.5 Creedmoor, as well as maybe even convert it to 5.56 by 45 millimeter NATO for the SCAR Light. So the SCAR H making an appearance, which is great. Those are the 3 assault rifles that I picked out from the trailer. Moving on next to the SMGs or the PDWs, we have the Kriss Vector chambered in 45 ACP. So this Vector makes an appearance very briefly in the trailer. You can see there a few shots of it. Hard to really get a good clean image of it, but again, it is I believe it is the 45 ACP variant of the Kriss Vector. It has the standard, really what we're used to seeing. Unlike Modern Warfare, where they took some liberties with this, it has the correct pistol grip, which connects to the mag well with a patented recoil stabilization system on the Kriss Vector. So good to see that making a comeback here. It looks beautiful from what we can see in game. Really excited to get my hands on that one. The next SMG or the PDW that we have is the LWRC. So the LWRC, again, this is another weapon that made an appearance in Modern Warfare. Is essentially, think of it as the Americanized upgraded version of the UMP-45. So this also fires 45 ACP, very similar to a UMP-45, just more sleek. We went really in depth with this with Modern Warfare when this came out for the conversions, but a couple shots you can see of it in the trailer. It's equipped with what looks like a Leopold hammer or some sort of next generation squad weapon fire control system on it. Again, that's the LWRC firing 45 ACP. So it seems like that'll be the replacement for the UMP-45 in this game. Again, this is a brand new weapon here in 2019-2020, so it would make sense that it would be more heavily featured over a UMP-45 in 2042. So those are the 2 SMGs that I was able to find. Now, we did find one shotgun that you'll see quite a bit throughout the trailer itself, that being the Remington 870 MCS. So this is featured mainly in the shipping container, the shipping crate scene in the trailer. We also see it sprinkled throughout. Again, that's the Remington 870 MCS shotgun. So really nice to see that. I think the 870 made an appearance in Modern Warfare. We've seen it in previous Battlefield games as well, so it's good to see that making a comeback. Now for sniper rifles, we have a few shots here of the sniper rifles that we have in game. There's a couple shots of this particular one. 2 that I picked out, you can see this is going to be the DSR-50. So it looks really cool in the trailer. I first saw it, really had no idea what it is. I had to do some research. We have 2 shots of it near the end of the trailer in that last combat scene building up to the tornado or the hurricane. We have some action shots of it too, which are hard to get, but this is the DSR-50 is obviously a 50 caliber sniper rifle. We see in the trailer with the sniper scope, it looks like it's also some of the shots equipped with a suppressor. I saw it throughout the trailer with a bipod as well, so pretty long rifle, obviously being a 50 cal, especially with the suppressor, just a large profile on it. It looks awesome. I'm really excited to get my hands on this. And the DSR-50, I believe it may or may not have been in some previous Bad Company games maybe, as well as maybe some previous Call of Duty games. So correct me if I'm wrong there, but that's the DSR-50, and that's one of 2 sniper rifles we see in game. The other one is going to be what I believe to be the Knights Armament Company SR-25. So this is more of a designated marksman rifle or a precision marksman rifle, that being the SR-25 from Knights Armament Company. And again, we see it in the same shot as we saw the DSR, and again, I'm saying I think it's an SR-25. It looks similar to an SR-25, just has a shorter magazine, but obviously it doesn't look like an M4 or anything like that. I see some people saying it's a Daniel Defense M4, but you can see it has a very small magazine profile, so it looks like it's a 10-round magazine, and to me it looks more like an SR-25, just with a smaller magazine. So have to wait and see. That's the only shot we have of it in trailer, and I believe it's going to be an SR-25 is what I'm thinking. It could be something else. It's got the flip-up iron sights. It looks similar to the Knights Armament Company iron sights that flip up there. So I'm going to go ahead and say it's an SR-25. We'll have to stay tuned and see. Next up, going to machine guns, we have the Knights Armament Company AMG or the LWAMG. So this is similar to the Knights Armament Company light assault machine gun. It is just the bigger caliber variant. The Knights Armament Company LAMG or the light assault machine gun is chambered in 5.56 by 45. This appears to be the bigger version of it, chambered in 7.62 by 51. However, it could also be a variant chambered in 6.5 or 6.8 millimeter. But again, this appears to be the Knights Armament Company AMG or LWAMG, chambered in 7.62 by 51 millimeter. Next up, we have probably one of my favorite weapons, and this was definitely a treat to see within the trailer, to see this thing come up. I had took a couple times watching it to really pick it out. One of my favorite light machine guns that I was really hoping would be in this game is that being the PKP Pecheneg Bullpup. So this is very briefly seen in one of the intro scenes where we have the Boston Dynamics type robot be called in at the very beginning. You see a soldier here on the right, which actually is carrying the PKP Pecheneg. You can see obviously the box mag of the Pecheneg, which is a dead giveaway that it is a PK variant of some sorts. And then when the soldier's running away, you see the side profile of the gun, and it's clearly a PKP Pecheneg. You can see the slanted or the canted mounted box mag there as well with a belt, and definitely a PKP Pecheneg. Again, firing that. That's, I believe, I want to say the PKs fire the 7.62 by, I cannot remember off the top of my head what the PKs fire. But again, the PKP Pecheneg, really nice compact design. It's a bullpup variant of the PKP, which we see the PKP featured in previous Battlefield games. So it's a smaller variant, but it's bullpup, so it's the same barrel length, just lighter. So you should move pretty fast with it. I'm really excited to use that. That'll be one of my favorite weapons for sure. Next up, the last machine gun that I was able to pick out is that being the RPK-16. So we see the RPK-16 right in the scene where the little bird comes up to open fire on the building. One of the soldiers there, when these soldiers split, you can see the RPK-16 with the 75 or the 95 round drum mag on there, as well as a suppressor, clearly an RPK-16. You can see the RPK-16 buttstock as well. Looks really nice. It's got the suppressor on there and some sort of optic. Hard to tell, but again, that is definitely an RPK-16 squad automatic weapon, which is good to see. Again, modern Russian equipment, modern American equipment, next generation stuff here. Really good to see that. So those are the machine guns. Next up, for launchers, I was able to, obviously, I think we all saw the Carl Gustov in the Renazook scene. The pilot ejects from the F-35, pulls out the Carl Gustov, and blows up the Russian Su-57. So the Carl Gustov making a comeback here as well, which is awesome to see. Those were all of the weapons I was able to pick out. I also suspected that I probably saw a AK-308, which is basically a DMR variation of the AK-12 platform. So I think I saw an AK-308 in there at some point. Hard to tell, again, because a lot of the action scenes. I also think I saw a Glock 17 in there and a Saiga, which would be a shotgun, Russian shotgun counterpart to the AA-12. So the Russian Saiga, fully automatic shotgun. Believe I saw that in the trailer as well, but again, very hard to pick that out. So let me know down below what you guys think. This is everything we picked out of the trailer. You also have some pre-order bundles, which also show this Knights Armament Company LWAMG. We also see the MCX Spear as well as the LCWR. So it's good to see all this back, or the LWRC, excuse me, the LWRC, the MCX Spear and 6.8 next generation squad weapon, and the Knights Armament Company LWAMG. So let me know down below what you guys think. These are all the weapons from the reveal trailer. We have the gameplay trailer or gameplay reveal coming on Sunday, June 13th. Like I said, I'll try and live stream that here, and I'm sure we'll get some more weapons revealed at that point, as well as attachments, customizations, things like that. So stay tuned for this Sunday. We'll be covering that. I have a lot more information to cover. We'll probably do all the vehicles tomorrow and jump into different aspects of Battlefield 2042, as well as the story, which is now being told through multiplayer. So really excited to bring you guys this content. If you're enjoying the content, be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Until next time, this is Buffner Gaming with all of the weapons that we were able to find in the Battlefield 2042 reveal trailer. Till next time, Buffner Gaming, out.